Alright. Let's get stuck in. So this replay is a replay for Joe, and he is Diamond 3. This is a ranked 3v3 match. Now he is talking in the background, so we might hear a little bit of it. Yeah, sick, sick,
Psychopath again.
yeah, sick. Yeah,
Dude.
fuck yeah. This is exciting stuff. What,
Ah,
2,
not
1,
good.
all lag. Ooh, this is exciting stuff. He's on the wall. He's off the wall. Alright, I'm gonna start doing play-by-play. Okay, so straight off the bat there, let me just start this thing again. Stare at scoreboard for a little bit. That's good strat. Camera settings aren't so bad. You've gone straight for boost, then you've turned to the net, which is pretty smart. Now going for this here, that wasn't a bad decision because your teammate wasn't to the right of you or anything like that. Like you couldn't see him to the right of you. If he had to turn that direction, it would have been pretty dumb. He did actually turn that direction because you can see how quickly he came up, but he wasn't in too risky a spot. That shot could have been on net and could have been more risky, but that's just mechanics. That's not a big deal. Your teammates passed it to you, which is really nice of him. Now, I just got to point something out here. Although you didn't do a bad thing yourself, I don't know why you keep turning to the side to hit the ball. I can understand turning a little bit, but generally just a front flip will do the job just fine. But this guy here, this fella right the fuck here, where my cursor is, he's silly. Like, he's gone for some crazy redirect. Both your teammates are in the net. This guy's gone to pass to you, which is smart. Instead of this guy charging his way back to the net because of this risky scenario, because this is risky. If that guy had been closer, he could have beaten you out and it would have left an open net. Instead of him going back to the net, he just decides to sit there. Oh, he did go for a bump, which is pretty smart. But he still turns around to go to the, yeah, to try to go for some redirect. You're not even a goal up yet, and he's gone for a redirect. That's something you don't want to do, regardless of rank. You don't want to sit, if you're somewhere where you think that your teammate is probably going to be able to shoot on that, and is probably going to shoot on that, don't turn around. Just let them shoot on the net. And if they miss, they miss. But you don't want to sacrifice your position to just for the sake of like doing something hell sick, bro. Here, now you're going straight for boost. It's not a bad idea, but I don't really know why. I think, oh no, one of your teammates went boost. This pre-jump wasn't exactly smart. You do actually analyze yourself there, and you call out the fact that you didn't tap on the
I
brake.
just stopped free jumping.
I think
I'm behind you. Free jumping it. Oh, sorry. Would have been
think.
completely my fault. I need to stop free jumping.
Oh no, you just said you need to stop pre-jumping. You don't need to start. That that wasn't exactly a pre-jump. It was just an early jump. If you had tapped on the brake, you probably could have gotten like a hell banger off that if you had waited a little bit. Or even, for that matter, if you see how you've got a ton of space here, you've got heaps of space. So let kick off, go blah blah blah. You have a bunch of room here to just wait for the ball. Like no one's here except for this guy, and he's still landing. Chances are he's not going to be able to get to the ball in time. See, he doesn't get to the ball in time. It would have been smarter for you to wait for the ball to at least get close to the ground or even bounce and then just absolutely boom it at the net, because that forces them to, it basically it's asking them a question and they have to answer it. That wasn't so bad there. I probably wouldn't have jumped so quickly, but I would have jumped more aggressively instead of floating into the air. Nebula put a great shot on there. That's pretty cool. Well done, Nebula. Well done, buddy. I need to put. Oh,
Fish
Actually, God.
hold on. Let me just
Perfect position.
put
I mean,
something.
placement as well.
on.
Left. Back kick.
There, so something's in the background.
I'm chilling on the right now.
Um,
Yours?
so it's not such a no. Oh, what? Alright, I need to go back. Sorry about that. Now, so you've gone for kickoff, right? And I'll point this out to you. You've gone for kickoff, right? And then you missed the boost, and then you've turned into the middle of the field. Now, at a higher rank, this would leave you so prone to a lot of bad things. That kickoff wasn't bad. It was a pass back to the teammate. Then one teammate played to the other, and that's all good. But you being in the center of their side of the field is not good for you. If they had have actually pulled something off there instead of absolutely beating every single fucking like moment of that attempt at a save, things could have gone very badly very quickly because one clear towards your net would have left you miles out of position. Both your teammates have gone for a shot and a pass, and you've jumped again super early. And you pre-jumps. Yeah, sick, sick. I'd like to point something out to you when it comes to pre-jumping. What? I just put the video all the way back. Now, you can... Um, that was a pre-jump, that was an early jump. You didn't need to early jump. Here. Now, firstly, your teammate's not really playing very smart right there. But more importantly, you're pre-jumping way too early. Let your teammate find a target that he wants to shoot at. Find somewhere in the air that he wants to put the ball. Because right now, while he's so far away, he doesn't know where he can shoot, especially in lower rank. He doesn't know where he can shoot at, and you don't know where you can wait for him. So waiting for him to actually get his touches first and then jumping, or jumping just as he gets his first touch, basically the moment you read that he's going to be able to do it, that's the better option to go for, instead of just sitting here floating. Because the other thing is, if you're sitting there floating, you can't put any power on the ball. It just would have been this gentle tap to the net, and that would have done anything because there's defenders there, so it would have been useless. It just would have been like some random pre-jump that put you out of position and him out of position, all sorts of crazy shit out of position. Oh, the lag, dude. And it just wouldn't have been worth going for. So if you are going to jump early, make sure you've got the room to like come at it with power. You want to try to, if the ball's here or coming along here, you want to come at it at an angle. If you come straight on, it's a lot harder to put power on it going forwards. If you come on it at an angle, you can aim it forwards and then put a ton of power on it. That's how those 140km/h shots go, that people like Jaser do. It's because they're coming at it from a bit of an angle and then booming it with a full hitbox. That guy's pre-jumping, that guy's doinking to nowhere, although it almost went in. Your teammate's got it clear. Oh, another thing. Now, so you're in the wrong position here. You're in the wrong position for basically all of this. Alright, so you turn around some random hole over here, like this is... The ball's not coming here. Both of those guys are going that way, so they're going to hit the ball that way, which means that you have to go back to the net. See? And you've gone back to the net, but only part way. You half committed to going to the net. You half committed to going to the ball, then you half committed to going to the net. This almost got you scored on because of that doink there. If you had have taken an angle that was from, where's the little line? You see this line here? Not that one, this one. So there's, on a lot of maps, there's a line, and it's usually a straight line that travels to the edge of the net, and it usually travels down along the way of the fields, and it stops in the middle, obviously. But it travels along the way of the field. You can see that line as you're driving around. You want to follow the far post, is what the terminology is for it. You want to come in from the far post of the net. So if you're the blue team and the ball's on this side and it's going to be shot from this side, you want to be on this side of the net, especially if you know there's a guy back already. You want to drive in behind him. You also don't want to be staring at ball cam when you're rotating back, because there's no reason for you to. You should be able to trust your teammates enough for them to at least buy you enough time to be able to figure out where the net is and figure out where you are. So because of that doink there, you couldn't do anything. If you had been here, easy clear. Easy clear. You could have shot at their net. You probably could have scored. Because you're in the middle of your own box, you're kind of stuck doing nothing. And your teammate had to jump over you just to get around you. And now you're lurking again in the midfield. Sometimes it is better to just sit in your own net and wait for the play to happen. Because then no matter what happens, no matter how crazy shit gets, you can... That's a good pass, by the way. No matter how crazy shit gets, you're still safe. There's another thing I want to point out that your teammate did, I believe. You never want to do... I understand why you guys are Diamond 3. What is he doing over here? What is he doing over here? That's not his side of the field. That is nowhere. That's pointless. And he's not rotated back. Look, there is nobody on your part of the on your half of the field. If he had been smarter and had read that you were going to hit this into the center of the field, he would have launched it at your net 100 times over and scored on you at a higher rank. Obviously, at this rank, it doesn't matter so much, and he couldn't even get a good 50 off. Like, he's coming at the ball from the right angle, yet somehow he's still completely whiffed. because he didn't challenge from goal side. He challenged from corner side. He was trying to defend. You can see the way he came at the ball. It's like he's trying to defend the corner instead of defending the net. So he side flipped to try to block the ball from going into the corner of the field. There was no reason for your teammate to put the ball there. So there's no point in him trying to defend it. And that goes for everybody on the field, including you. There's a lesson to learn there. Defend the net, nothing else. If there's a reason for you to try to challenge the ball into that corner or something like that, then 50 at that direction. If not, then I don't know why he went for it. You know, you can see it. You can see it. He just flew past. It wasn't a fake or anything like that or a 50-50. Your teammate shot at the net and he didn't defend it. So your teammate's got the ball there. You're pushing up. Oh, your 4 goes up, so it doesn't really matter so much. You really need to use the player cam a little bit more, so that you can actually figure out where you're going. Because it seems like you're very lost in your own positioning sometimes. And especially in threes, positioning is more important than mechanics, 100%. No amount of abilities will stop you. I don't know why your teammate went for that demo, but it was smart of him. It worked out well. I'm just going to replay a little bit so that I can figure out what's going on. Here's another opportunity for you to have rotated properly and not. You're like sort of half chasing along here, and you're just front flipping your way through. So you've decided to go for that boost, then stop because you've got full boost already. Smart choice. But you're the last man back right here. You should be in your net, and your teammate should be behind you in your net. Instead, you're sort of sitting here in the middle of your own field again, waiting for nothing to happen that is going to work out in your favor, unless they go for a passing play, and they have shown no signs of being capable of doing that. I mean, you've been passing to them better than they've been passing to them, apparently. Oh, did he go for a double? Oh, close. Oh, so close. I bet you guys are sitting there like, oh, dude, that was so close, bruh. There's another crazy double commit, but it's not such a big deal. He's already gone for a pass, so he's only just landing. Both your teammate and you have gone up for something crazy. Now, this kind of stuff breeds bad habits. If you do it too much, it'll breed bad habits. In this position, I've been nitpicking the fact that you haven't rotated to the far side of the field for this entire time. In this position, you've already got one guy rotating into the net, but he's only shadowing. It should be his job to make sure that this 50-50 happens, the one that you go for, because currently you're the goalie. So for you to push out this far and go for this is risky. It's better for him to just backflip it or to be threatening so that the passing play can happen, and then for you to push up, because there is a chance that he can still get over you. In this game, the enemies are playing exceptionally bad. They're missing like rolling balls and stuff. Also, is this Oceania? Because I swear I've seen that one of those guys' names. Anyway, sorry, I'll check later. That was a good clear. Always good to practice those clears. You're actually sitting in the net. This is really good of you to actually sit in the net here. So you've cleared the ball to God knows where for no real reason. Your last man back here. You're not lurking too bad. Oh, okay. This right here. Let me just wiggle a little bit. Okay. So your last man back. You're lurking. This is really good. This is good positioning. Until right here. Going for the ball here was ridiculous. All you did was center the ball for them. Unfortunately, they missed because they're terrible. But they could have put a heavy boomer on the net if they were better. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to put the ball in the middle of their field so that they can shoot it faster than your teammate can shoot it. Unless you're the first man up. If oh my god. Fucking look at this bean, bruh. Fucking right, the ball's up. 1, 2, 3. Meow, meow, meow. And all three of the enemies are just sitting on the floor like, the fuck these guys doing? Anyhow. Anyhow, you're lurking in the you ran away from the net again. Alright, so you've been like, oh, there's no booster. I've got boost. I've got booster. I'm lurking a little bit. I'm lurking. All right, I'm in the net and drive away from the net. You're just off. There's nothing you can do from this position except for throw everybody off. And like, I mean, more your teammates than anyone else. Uh, that that dribble could have played a little bit slower because you had the space to do it. But that's okay. That's a mechanical thing. That's not a decision-making thing. It was smart of your teammate to go up for that. It was not smart for you to do this again. Another center ball. And this isn't something. It's something I'm picking on you for because you're doing it. But I guarantee you, almost everyone in this is doing it as well. I guarantee it because it is something that people do all the time at lower ranks. They just do not think about where the ball's going to go next. They're a bit short-sighted. They think, all right, well, I'm going to hit the ball. It's going to leave the net. It's going to leave where it is right now so that they can't shoot. But they don't think about what might happen after that fact and figure out where the ball's going to go from there. And you can see the difference in skill from your rank from this. Like, I don't usually use the scoreboard as an indicator so much, but you can definitely tell that your teammates are thinking a little bit more about the ball, where the ball's going to go, and a little bit less about where the ball actually is going. So it's definitely something to take into account. Yeah, it's definitely something for you to go, all right, I need to do this, I need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to sit here and watch the rest of this anyhow. So things that you need to work on. Is this a custom training thing? Or is this just what happens in Utopia Dusk? Oh yeah, that's right. There's a glitch where the ball goes up nice and high in the air. Yeah, currently, one of the few things you need to work on is... I'll use threes as the better example for the moment. So things you need to work on in threes. Thinking about where the ball's going to go when you're going to clear it is first. Taking your time when you're last man back is the second. Don't be afraid to just camp your own net if no one else is doing it. If no one else is doing the job, then you're gonna have to do it. Don't it's no one else's it's no excuse for anybody else to do that when you're the last man back, when you're the one that's supposed to be doing it. Your offense wasn't so bad, but I nitpicked a bunch of areas where both you and your teammates were rotating into random offensive positions that were not positions that you should be in a ranked match. You should be conservative first and foremost in a ranked match. If like the amount of times I've gone up by one goal and then just held it there for half a game has been phenomenal. Like at higher ranks, sometimes that's what you had to do. You just have to sit there for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes holding off on a massive offense for one goal. And because that's all you need to win, one goal, but it also only takes one goal to lose. And if you aren't defending, both of those things can happen. You're on an offensive note, you can sorry, I've lost my train of thought. On an offensive note, it can be handy because you can redirect the ball and stuff, but there is no point risking... What the hell is this? Let's have a look. Oh, that's exciting stuff. Go, 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 go. Let's have a look at this. Oh, sick. Free pack, free for 1 month. Box bruh. Free for 1 month, and then $150 for every month after that. Anyhow. So, what the hell is this game, hey? Oh my word. What is this crazy stuff going on? What is this supposed to be? A LeMayo. Anyway, let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's watch this. I've been interested in this little game, this Universe Sandbox 2 game. So let's just watch this. Yeah, so in threes, you definitely need to work on those things. Take your time a little bit. If you have space, use it. Use it to your advantage. Launch shots on the net. Waste time. Use complex strategies. Because they will completely change the way you play the game. They'll make you 100 times smarter, and they will also uh, allow you to be speedier and stuff like that, I'm also going to make this bigger so that I'm a little bit brighter on the screen because I am not currently. So I'll move that a little bit. There we go. Haha. When it comes to general gameplay, regardless of rank, yeah, definitely be smarter as well. Focus on where the ball's going more and keep practicing your mechanics as well, especially dribbles. And take advantage of the time you have. It is the most important thing ever to take advantage of the time that you have. So many people do not do this anywhere near enough. You you have to you really have to like look at the space that you have across the entire field and go, is it worth me going and doing this or going and doing that? Like, is it something that I can do? And 9 times out of 10, it is something that you can do. 9 times out of 10, it is something that you can, yeah, 9 times out of 10, it is something that you can do. Like, people generally give you enough room to get a boomer off here or a pass off there. If you have that space, take advantage of it, use it. It might not always work out, but most of the time you're in more of a position to do it you're in more of a position to make it work. Like if you're dribbling the ball, you're dribbling around everywhere and you realize, "Oh, I'm going to get pushed." You back off, you go for a 50-50 and that can turn into a pass, that can turn into a full play, but you're in a much safer position because you can just turn around, you can go back to the net. You're not giving away possession. If you just randomly launch the ball to try to beat every single opponent there is, you're going to give the ball away more times than it's going to end up working out being good for you. So, yeah, those definitely what I would recommend working on. Take your time when you have it. Think about where the ball's going to go after you hit it, and rotate better in the net as well. Yes. I don't know if I made this point properly, but when you're rotating into the net, and say the net's here, and you've got the two lines, and the ball's on this side of the field coming in, then go on this side of the net because that keeps your momentum. If you're on this side, people can shoot behind you. You've got momentum. You have to slow down. You have to basically break. Whereas if you're sitting this side, you can just drive into the ball. You've still got all your momentum. You can send the ball away. You can launch it at their uh, what's the thing called? Goal. You can launch it at their goal. You can do all of these things. Give yourself the opportunity to do that a lot more. It looks like some sort of rock melon or some crazy rock like pumpkin that some kids are drawing all over. Anyhow, I hope this has helped. Send me any questions that you might have. Uh, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good shit. And yeah, enjoy your days. Have a good one, guys. And I'll see you all next time. And let me know if you like the face cam.